Hello, everyone. This is Will.
This is Alex.
Welcome back to another episode of They Mostly Come Out at Night.
Holy Lord. Oh, mostly.
So, wow. Back
Hey,
into the shit.
hey, listen, this was requested, so
We did do a request finally.
it
I think this
comes
is
to you.
is this our first request, or have we done a request before? I can't remember.
I think we've done two.
I think we have. But yeah, so
Back to 1973,
yep. So before we get too into it,
please.
like, follow, subscribe. We really appreciate it.
We're on every platform.
We're on every platform, every podcasting site. Just please do it so we can make it worth it watching movies like this.
Yeah, YouTube, everything. Please give us a like, follow, subscribe, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Really helps the podcast. So yeah, just whatever you can do. Now, with that being said, why would you put us through this?
You know, it's funny, Well, because
Why on earth would someone suggest this and be like, you know what, they should? I mean, I get it.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
But
It's funny because you say that because I know on one of the other requests we did, you literally said word for word the exact same fucking thing in the opening of that episode.
I guarantee
And
I
will
did.
say,
Yeah, I know we're rehashing.
I will say, this film is that statement applies more for me to this film
Than the other
it
one.
did the other film.
That's fair.
Because
What was the other request?
I know the one that you said that exact line on was Beyond the Door.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right.
And I do think that applies even more to this film because
Yeah, this is way worse than Beyond the Door.
I don't.
This is way worse.
Oh, my head.
Well, folks, we got a good old-fashioned rambler ahead of us, too.
It is a rambling.
Because, holy Lord, I just stopped taking notes and just didn't care.
Now, I think this has. So first of all, this movie's called "Don't Look in the Basement."
Yes.
It's from 1973. I know that I'm pretty sure there's a bit of a cult following on this one. So if you are if you are part of the said cult, we are not.
Okay, so if you're part of the people that like this movie, just fair warning,
I found very little to like.
we are not going to agree with you here, and
Yes.
this is not the place where we're going to praise
This
this
is
movie.
why it's a rambler.
Because
Registered trademark.
just a fair warning, we did not like this movie. We are not going to say very nice things about this movie.
No.
So if you do like it and don't want to hear our opinions on it, just go listen to another episode.
Yeah.
Just go listen to another episode of
We
the
have
podcast.
190 of them.
You don't have to listen to this one if you do like this movie, but holy Lord, I'm gonna say I hated every single second of this movie. I really did. It made an hour and 27 minutes feel like fucking
Now-
3 hours.
I tried.
I mean, the beginning. Okay, so this is the one praise I will give it. The beginning had some promise. Like, it's still a crappy movie, obviously,
Yes.
but it showed something. Like, some things were happening, and I was like, okay, this could go a lot of different directions. But you know
Something
what?
could happen, yeah.
But it's not bad because they do kill like 2 people within the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we got ourselves a psychomaniac slasher or something like that.
Something goofy.
You know,
yeah.
something goofy's happening. We got a whole cast of weird characters. This could be okay.
It could be okay, yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it could be great because obviously it didn't start awesome. It
No,
wasn't
it's not,
a total banger of a movie.
No.
But it started okay.
Yeah.
It started okay. There's something to latch onto here.
Yeah.
And then, not even slowly, around the 30-minute mark, I just realized nothing was happening.
Nothing that my taste buds cared about, so to speak.
We talk a lot about lizard brains. Like, it was not satisfied. Like,
Oh God, my lizard brain was not happy.
they were just, I was just like, I wanted to like fall asleep. Like, if you want a good movie to fall asleep to, this is a good one because
I would agree with you, but there's so much fucking yelling and
Well, that's true.
horrible music.
Well, music choice too. Like, that's another weird thing. Like, the tone of the soundtrack is all wrong. It's all sorts of fucked up. I don't know who designed like the soundtrack and like the tone for this movie. They did it wrong. Like, they should never work in that industry ever again.
It's very it gave me flashbacks to the movies that we were watching when we were in like 1973.
It really did.
Podcast.
It was like a throwback
to the kind of shit we had to put up with.
And I forgot that like
we put up with this.
Early 70s like cult horror movies. Just, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but they're just not that good. Like, 80s cult movies, I get. Yeah. Right? Like, I love that shit. I am biased. I do love 80s cult.
There's things happening.
There's some cool stuff going on, like phantasmagoria stuff, like just weird,
crazy shit.
Crazy, weird, like prosthetics and like gore and shit.
Awesome music.
Like shit going on like that. So I get the 80s cult. I don't get early 70s cult movies. I don't. It's just bad acting, terrible effects, awful soundtracks. Like, I'm sorry,
well,
I'm going but it's so bad.
You don't even get effects in this. There's
no effects in this
It's so
movie.
basic.
Well, that's why I don't, like, there's nothing cool in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing, like really cool that happens that I'm like, okay, I can get why people love this movie.
The only thing you get from this movie is you get a big group of actors that are going extremely extra in their portrayal of, like, mentally ill people. That's all you get.
What's crazy?
That's really all you get.
What's crazy is I didn't even like that. Like, they're like,
because eventually it just got old.
Well, because they're just like cartoon characters, and there's none of them develop as characters.
Oh no!
Like, none of them. Like, no one makes any sort of remote development in this entire movie. I'm not even kidding. No one.
Oh no, not at all.
Zero development for any of the characters. They are the same characters the entire movie. Like,
now,
and they say
be fair.
Well, okay.
Can you really expect much development from a movie like this?
No, but like,
the thing is, I don't expect development, but you know what I do expect? Well, entertainment.
Well, yeah, but like, there should be like, okay, so no development, right? But like, we should at least try and like our like protagonist, if there is one in this movie. I didn't even know.
Yeah, there is. I mean,
there's like
doesn't matter.
There's barely a protagonist, barely an antagonist, but like, it's just all bullshit.
You get a twister-rooney.
Sorry, I'm mad. I'm mad that we wasted I'm trying to look at this objectively. I really am. I just can't. It's such a boring ass movie. Like,
you know what? Well, it's fine.
It's in the grand scheme of things. You're right. It's fine. I'm just bitching.
It's not the worst thing we've seen.
It is not. I'm just bitching because it's fresh.
But it is
so
fresh.
I will agree with you. It is.
It's rotten.
Well, yeah, that's true. So it's fresh in my mind and rotten.
It's rotten
to the core.
It's rotten.
It's like one of those apples that like looks like really like gorgeous and everything.
When you bite into there's worms.
You bite into it and it's all rotten and wormy and shit. But it's fresh on my mind. So like, so the basic premise of the entire movie is it's just about it's just about an insane asylum.
And all the people in it, and
that's it.
In the very beginning of the movie, there's 2 deaths that happen.
So one of the deaths is the doctor, and then one of the doctor's like supposed like
assistants
or nurses or understudies.
She's about to quit that day.
Yeah,
she's about to quit that day, and she also gets murdered. And then there's like a third.
Well,
doctor lady.
She's like a doctor lady, and she takes total control. But like, what's weird and like kind of uncanny, and like this is like kind of the reason why I'm like, okay, this is weird enough that could be good. Like, no one really gave a shit that the doctor or this
Yeah.
other woman died. You actually don't even see the body of the other woman ever.
No.
It's weird. Like, they don't ever mention her ever again, so she's not
No.
important at all. I don't even know why she had, like, a
So
storyline.
it's like, because basically, like, I mean, it's almost like she told people that she was leaving, so they just accepted that she's leaving, and then when she gets murdered, it's like, oh, well, she just left, I guess.
Well, and yeah, like, they just all assume she did, which
But there's
is...
a replacement, or
there's
a new worker.
There's an explanation for that, but, like, that's kind of where the explanations for everything end.
Yeah.
Like,
And there's a new worker, and, you know, she's gonna be the new assistant.
so I don't know how, but and I'll explain why this makes sense in my brain, why I'm saying it like this. I don't know how she comes into the house from the front door.
What do you mean?
Because at the end, she says she can't leave.
Yeah, because it's implied.
But how does she get there?
Well,
if
no,
she
it's
can't...
implied that at the very end of the movie that, like, what's her face fucking bolted all the doors.
Okay. I guess I missed that. But, like,
That's understandable.
I guess that gets into
You
my...
missed that in the
my-
cavalcade of yelling and screaming and
That's all this
gibberish.
movie is if you want, like, maybe, like, 15 minutes of an okay slasher movie.
It's not even a slasher, though.
Well, at the beginning it kind of is, because the people die quickly.
Okay, but what's the slasher?
Some woman gets zipped to death.
It's two separate people.
One person gets killed in a
Because
suitcase.
it's in the fucking beginning, you have the doctor who's just like, strike it, and it's like this...
And he gets
It's
hatcheted.
this guy who thinks he's like a judge, and he's like hitting a fucking piece of wood on a grass field, and as the guy like turns around to talk to somebody, the guy
he gets
smashes him in the back,
He gets a hatchet in the back.
and then that's it.
And then the other woman gets her head slammed into a suitcase.
Yeah, she starts fighting with... Oh my god, she starts fighting with the fucking woman who thinks she has a baby.
Yeah,
And
then,
she, like... And someone takes her baby, and then she's like, oh, you, like, took my baby. And then she starts choking her.
Well, I love it. It's like a soft shell suitcase.
And then,
like,
you see a suitcase, like, come down on her head.
And it ends...
And
Like,
then,
presumably that she killed her
you hear
with the
this, like,
suitcase.
this, like, crushing sound effect, and it just scene end.
With a soft shell suitcase. Not even like a hard one from the 70s. It's like one you'd get now that has like...
Well, in
just
what
like a soft
universe?
shell.
In what fucking universe would that kill somebody?
Listen, Alex, we just watched a movie where the doctor that died
That's fine.
isn't really dead, and so one of the women go down there and beat
Don't look
him
in the
to
basement.
beat him, like, finish off the job with a plastic toy boat.
Oh, that's fine. That makes total sense.
That makes about as much sense as the suitcase.
That makes total sense. Well, actually, that toy boat got girth and power in there. You know, they totally explain why the doctor's just chilling in the basement.
Well, he's not. He's still dying. They say he's not dead, but he's like.
So he's been there for like a fucking week and a half
with a hatchet in his back,
with a hatchet
just
wound.
dying, and she finishes him off with a fucking plastic toy boat. What a way to go!
Is that?
What a way to go!
Oh God. So,
should we introduce our cast of
I was gonna
characters?
say, let's do a rundown of the crazies.
Okay.
Because
I think we have to explain that next, because we're all over the place.
fuck explanations.
Well, this movie
We have the
didn't bother
judge.
with him, so.
We have the judge who thinks he's a judge, and he talks like a judge, and he's all about...
Well, and when he gives the verdict, when he gives like a guilty verdict, he kills the person with a hatchet. That's the whole reason.
And then there's a guy who thinks he's in the military.
It doesn't matter. There's a girl who thinks she has a baby and it's plastic.
It stops to matter like halfway through the movie.
There's a woman
who's horny.
that's horny and wants love from every single person.
Man.
There's a
woman who acts like a fucking feral child.
There's a really annoying, like, curly-haired guy that, like, pranks everyone and then, like, runs around. I guess it's like...
It's a prank, bro.
I guess it's like the 70s version of, like, a YouTube vlogger.
Yes.
So
About equally as annoying.
about
yes.
equally as annoying, because what he does is he just pranks people and then laughs in their fucking faces and then runs away and laughs maniacally.
Yes. There's oh my god, who the fuck else? There's a guy who had a lobotomy that instead of turning him into a vegetable, turns him into someone who has a mind of an 8-year-old, but not really.
Because that's how lobotomies work, Alex. That's why they're so horrific. They turn you into a child again.
I'm not commenting.
They don't.
On
They
this.
don't turn
No,
you into a vegetable. They turn you into fucking.
It's fine.
You know what? Logic doesn't matter. Who cares?
Fuck logic, Will. Fuck it.
Okay, and then there's the.
Is that it?
Well, I guess we should. Should we just spoil the fucking movie, or I guess?
Yeah.
Because there's like the woman that's in charge, but she's actually
She's a
like
patient.
she's a patient there, and she wanted the doctor to die so that she could take over, because she pretends to be.
She pretends to be in charge, but actually
charge.
by the end of the movie you find out no, she's also a patient.
And then they go for this like cerebral thing where it's like you don't know if the new woman is actually crazy or not, because they
No.
say she is a lot, but she could be a patient.
I'm saying bullshit.
I don't think she is. She's like the only sane person in the movie.
It's obvious that she was called there by the original doctor to help out, and that's why, you know, the woman who's in charge, quote unquote, doesn't have a clue who she is when she
Right.
shows up, because she's just a fucking mental patient.
But the woman in charge tries to convince her that she's a patient there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with you. I think
But
that's
the whole
what's
thing-
actually going on. But
It's just a whole fucking cavalcade of gibberish and yelling and nonsense and people being very over the top.
well, like barely, it's kind of weird because like barely anyone dies after the first two people die, and I think that there's one more death. And then, well,
There's
I mean, at the
more-
finale, there's
yeah.
a lot of people dying, but like, I mean, in between the finale where like everyone dies, there's like one.
Two.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's two.
The feral
I'm
lady.
sorry. Yep. She gets.
yeah,
she,
there's
she
a-
eats it in
there-
the worst way possible.
Well, no, we get a lovely porno interlude where because the phone goes out, right?
So a telephone repair man comes in.
Oh, we forgot. There is an old lady who gets her tongue cut out
Right. Yes.
because she be blabbing to people.
Well,
and
she like is like
Get
she's,
out.
She's the arbinger, right?
keeps telling- yeah.
She keeps warning the new entry to like get out and run away as far as possible.
And then one day, she walks in and there's ketchup on her pillow.
We do kind of get like weird stuff from like the guy that thinks he's 8 years old.
He keeps saying
He keeps
that
saying
he talks to
the doctor. He gets his watch. He has all these foreboding messages, and I guess he thinks that the leading lady, like the woman in charge, is like his mom, because like she has like a motherly like control over him. So I guess that's important to the plot if there is one.
It's fine.
We're just like piecing it together because that's what this movie did.
That's what you have to do.
It just pieced it together. So yeah, the phone repairman comes and he's like talking to all of them. Everyone's like weird and rude to him.
Yeah, and like the fucking judge guy threatens him with a screwdriver, and then like he runs into the woman in charge, and she like throws a fucking Karen over him.
It did have one of the most hilarious scenes ever when he goes into the quote unquote phone, like the phone line box, and
they had to do something.
Well, okay, but here's the thing about doing this. Maybe put the lighting where you can't see that he's not actually screwing anything. Like you can clearly see he's faking it. Like he's faking like unscrewing some like
he's just
screws.
He's pointing at the wall. Yeah,
but it's hilarious because they actually show a shadow where you can see he's holding the end of the screwdriver and then twisting it with the other hand. Like there's
Clever.
no box there. There's zero things there. It's a closet. He goes into a closet.
It's very clever, Will.
And then the horny woman comes over and she wants him to tell her he loves her. And he does to get her away, and then
she just closes the door.
Well, what's weird is it doesn't close completely, and then it's so awkward it's so awkward because it just shows like a little line, and you can clearly tell the two actors are just standing in there, and it just focuses on it too much.
That's fine. That's everything.
It's so weird. It's like, why?
That's everything.
Why was the movie made? What am I supposed to feel?
Why was the movie? I don't think you're gonna get that answer.
I don't think I am either.
I don't think you are.
But is my fucking like feeling that I'm supposed to feel in this movie just pure anger? At like watching.
How
this
about
movie?
the scene where the riveting scene where the horny woman tries to seduce the judge?
Oh yeah, adjudicate me, strawberry.
And she says, "Adjudicate me, strawberry."
That is like one of my favorite lines.
Whatever that means.
That is
strawberry.
That is so insane.
But he will not adjudicate.
That was in a script, and they had an actor say, like, the fact that they wrote that into the script and had an actor say that is probably one of the most insane things I've heard in quite a while. Not of all time, but in a while. That's one of the most craziest like lines I've ever heard delivered in a movie.
Yeah.
In quite a while.
Yeah.
Adjudicate me, strawberry. These characters are just cartoon characters, and it gets so old so quick.
It got old within like 5 minutes.
Well, because they're not even like, I don't know, like they're not interesting characters. They don't really do interesting things. They just wander around this house
and do insanity
and scream at each other, and yell and do like stupid shit.
Yeah, there's no
glue here. It's just like fucking like, here's all your actors. They're playing caricatures of these like, you know, mentally unstable people. Like, here you go. Here's
the movie.
Here's boring movie of them just interacting with each other basically for an hour and 30 minutes.
That's it.
Until an hour and like 10 minutes until the last few scenes.
Yeah.
Because finally something happens at the last few scenes. Because basically the woman in charge finds the feral woman's like stash of drugs. And like I don't even they don't even explain what was
where
going
this
on.
comes from, or like why would the feral woman have a stash of drugs? Why does it matter? Why do we care?
It doesn't. They don't explain shit. It just goes, and it's just like
she just has one, and she finds it
so
and takes it away.
The feral woman comes back in, and she sees that her stash is gone, and so she goes down to the main office where all the drugs are kept, and like is looking in the cabinet, and then sees her drugs and like the hand, and you can clearly tell it's like the judge's hand, because he's the only one that has like that kind of like.
Sure will.
Then it just slams her into the desk very gently, and then she rears her head back up, and she has like one of those paper like.
Oh God! It's like the things that like if you ever go to like a restaurant and they put like your fucking check on that like.
Yeah, it's where they stab the receipt.
Yeah, the receipts on the fucking thing. It's like embedded in her eyeball, and apparently that's enough to kill her.
She's gingerly, delicately placed onto this paper filer.
Oh, so gently, and it's enough to fucking kill her.
And she just dies.
And there's a fucking. So there's also like a quick thing where, the guy who thinks he's an 8-year-old, he goes behind a door and he finds the dead body of the phone repairman, and so the woman who's like horny like cries, and then later on. She takes his corpse to her room and fucks it, I guess.
That's the only scene that... Okay.
You're like, oh, he died hard. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad somebody during this hour and 27 minutes was hard.
Well, and they could have made any of this interesting, but like, especially that last scene, because there's a scene where the new woman is like, she finds out that the lady is crazy and is in control.
Yeah, all the people tell her like so and so is actually a patient, and
she like starts going all over, and like she sees like everyone basically going crazy in their rooms.
All the doors are locked.
So like the horny woman is like putting the guy's blood as like lipstick on her lips. The judge is like saying some weird shit and like going to kill her. The fucking 8-year-old is like
He's trying to help her.
he's the only one trying to help her. The fucking the fucking
Nothing, no,
pranksters
yeah,
running around doing nothing but pranking people. I just there's no, it just shows them all going crazy, and then like she finds the basement, and then like you see the fucking doctor's hand raise up, and so she grabs the fucking 8-year-old's like toy boat and beats him. This poor ass, like we've said, like this poor doctor has been just fucking dying in this basement for a week, and he meets his end by a plastic boat.
I don't even know.
What a way to go.
Is that the implication?
I don't know what they were trying to explain here, because you don't really get a good view at him.
No, he's like, basically you see like a hand grab her, and then she beats something with a toy baby boat, and then it's the body of the doctor.
Yeah.
That's all you really get.
Then the 8-year-old comes down, and they all start blaming her for killing the doctor, even though it was clearly the judge's fault, because he fucking stabbed, like fucking impaled him with a goddamn hatchet.
And then somehow she gets away, and they all turn on the woman who kept saying she was in charge.
So
And
they all turn on her, and they all like rip her apart.
And in
like,
a scene which I cackled at endlessly because of how just stupid
it's
and
just
badly done.
All them leaning over her and like
Screaming.
pretending to hurt her while screaming.
Yeah.
And then the guy who thinks he's 8 years old walks in, thinks they've all killed his mom, so he kills all of them.
And in the meantime, our main lady, she's escaped. She's outside in the rain and the lovely day for night, and the guy who thinks he's 8, he loves popsicles. So the last frame of the film is him eating a popsicle.
Yeah, like covered in blood, and that's literally all you need to know about the movie.
That's honestly
like,
the movie.
That's
if,
it.
I'm if I remember something in the next 5 minutes, I will mention it. But I'll be honest. I don't got nothing. I got nothing.
Like, the kill count is pretty high because of the ending, but it's not worth it to watch it to the end, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's not really
and
any.
There's not really any like payoff.
I mean, there's not really that much blood. It's all very. It's all very potato.
It is.
It is all very potato.
The whole movie is a spud.
It is a fucking uncooked spud.
An uncooked, rotting spud. Like, is it the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life?
No.
Hell no. But you know what? Good on you if you like this movie, because I couldn't wrap my head around it. I tried.
I did not find any enjoyment. I tried. I really tried. I could not. Like, as soon as the movie started, as soon as the first shot of the movie started, and it's just like the shit 70s music and the fucking ugly cinematography, I was already like, oh. But I was like, whatever, I'll give it a chance.
But at the very least, it could have been like entertaining.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna judge it by that. Like, I get it's low budget, and hey, it could be fun. It could be bad, but it could be fun, right?
Yeah, maybe we could have been like, okay, like, I get why there's a cult following. Maybe there's like something here, but
that
no.
It's so that it's so bad and over the top and insane that it becomes like fun. But instead,
that would honestly make more sense to me. I just don't get why this has a cult following. It's just a bad movie.
But for me, like, I just don't care. As I said, it's not this kind of like just, I don't know. I guess just, let's have actors on the screen go goo goo gaga for an hour and 27 minutes. It just doesn't appeal to me.
No, well, and honestly, it just became more annoying than it did. Like,
Eventually, it becomes annoying.
it just because they're so over the top that you just like.
Well, because it's like you're just like watching this movie, and like something happens, and you're like, okay, like, well, now what? And they just keep like piling on scene after scene of like crazy people shenanigans that don't have anything to do with anything.
Yeah, like honestly, the plot here, there's probably a good maybe 20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
May, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe 25 if I'm being generous.
Right.
But like that's it. That's the only like actual like bit of substance. The rest of it is just like people playing caricatures of
Substance.
like mentally ill people.
You know what the substance is, Will? The substance is a screwdriver without a socket.
That was hilarious, but
That is the substance.
but that's not enough fucking That's not enough fucking mistakes in a movie to keep me interested.
No, the mistake is the film itself.
I think the mistake is watching the film.
Yes.
But
And if someone can tell me why,
if you are a fan of this movie, I would love to hear why.
I don't care about that. I want an explanation of things.
I want to hear why. Like I want to hear what about this movie you love so much because I just don't get it. There's just nothing here.
I want to know why the doctor's in the basement.
That would be good too.
I want to know why. Was he literally sitting there for like a week and a half, dying of a hatchet wound for a week and a half
To get
with
killed
nothing
by a plastic toy
for a
boat.
plastic toy boat? Like, was that really it?
Well, because I even thought, like, well, maybe they're doing a thing where it's like the doctor wanted to... maybe they could have turned it around. Like, the doctor wanted to
He
see,
pretended to die.
like, how the patients would react to him dying. And it was
It's all an experiment.
It's all an experiment.
It's a giant LARP. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it could be like a big like reveal twist that the doctor is like fully fine and
Yeah.
he has like a giant like cameras set up everywhere, right?
If only.
But no, they don't even do that. He's laying on the ground and meets his end by a fucking boat. I just like I just don't get it. I don't get this movie. I don't understand it.
Yeah,
It's
like is that really like was he really just there injured? Because if that's like the big twist, that's just not that's not it. That's really not it. Like, I'm sorry
What was the twist?
that he's still alive.
The only twist in
The two twists are that number one, the doctor's alive, and number
and
two
that other woman is a patient.
is also a mental patient. Yeah,
That's literally it.
yeah, which is fine.
It's fine. That's a fine twist.
Like
If the movie was better, it would have been okay.
the twist that the woman is actually a patient is fine. If the movie was better, but again, the doctor being alive, I don't unless I missed it because I swear to God there was so much like inaudible fucking whisper talking in this that it started driving me insane. But if I missed some big fucking like fucking nuclear weapon explosion of like truth, you know, for
Like,
why
like a big fucking exposition. Just
if
like
I missed it,
steamer.
I am so sorry. Like, let me know. But
If we fucked up and we didn't hear it, maybe that's on us. I don't know.
But on me, that whole hour 27 minutes, we get no explanation for why the fuck he's in the basement.
Zero.
So it's like you don't do that.
But here's the thing, Alex. Also,
It's like if you're watching a movie.
why don't look in the basement? They put one body down there and the doctor.
I know.
Like, what is the significance of don't look in the because without the doctor there,
The inmates have taken over the asylum.
well, without the doctor there, there's no reason not to go in the basement. It's just a basement.
Well, it doesn't matter until like the ending. I mean, you don't even know like as far as the characters in the movies go.
But even then, the basement is only serves that the doctor is alive.
Yes.
And then dies almost immediately.
Yes.
After figuring out that he's alive.
Yes.
And then it's the only exit.
Yes.
That is literally the only reason that the basement even exists.
Yes. Because they had to hide the doctor's living body.
But
somewhere.
why kill him? Why make that big reveal that he's alive to immediately, and I'm not even joking here, immediately kill him?
I have no idea.
Like, they reveal he's alive, she goes downstairs and murders him. Like,
I have no idea.
That is literally
You know
what
why,
happens.
Will? Because our doctor did not know how to make an entrance.
Well, he was also, like, the dumbest fucking psych doctor I've ever seen in my entire life.
That too.
Just leaves them to roam around willy-nilly, no locks on the doors, no
Nothing.
fucking dangerous objects laying everywhere.
Yeah, hatchets and shit.
Fucking...
Yeah.
Just let them do whatever. You know what? It's fine. They're just violent. It's fine. Whatever. Who cares?
It's fine, yeah.
It's like it's his own damn fault. Like, fuck. What do you expect was gonna happen?
Oh, Jesus.
You have all these violently, mentally ill people in a house that you don't lock up, and you just keep a bunch of fucking deadly weapons around, and you expect them not to, like, follow their natural instincts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, well.
Okay, that's fine.
It's fine.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah, logical.
Very logical.
It's great. I mean,
You know,
this was thought out. This whole movie was very thought out, okay? How dare you? How fucking dare you?
I don't have anything more to say about it, really. Like, it's just such a throwaway movie. It's like such a bleh. It's like a blip. It's like it's. I mean, it made me angry for a minute, I guess, is the reaction.
It got emotion out of you.
I got emotion out of me, which is fair. But would I ever watch it ever again? No, I don't want to go through that shit.
Never watch this again. Are you fucking kidding me?
If I wanted to watch a bunch of people fucking scream and yell, I guess if I could watch it again, but I don't want to see that.
I mean, if you're into that, then you know the movie to watch, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But, for me personally, as I said,
no thanks.
it's not my cup of tea.
Not mine either. Like, if there's...
It's not my broth.
I get there's a cult following, which is fine. Like what you like. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's just not for me. And, I mean, this is our podcast, so we can say it's a piece of shit. And that's just our opinion. So...
And you know what? It is our podcast. And, it's a nice segue.
To shitty to pretty?
Yeah.
Because this is a giant fucking steamer of a movie.
Because I have so little.
We can't give movies a 0, obviously, but
No, I'd give it a 2.
I would too, just because there are some scenes that are like...
Here, Will. I will give it a 2 because they used a tripod.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely not, like, handheld, which I was appreciative of.
It's not... Technically, it's not horribly acted, technically.
Well, and technically, it's not, like, the worst made movie we've ever seen either.
No, but it's just
not...
the barest minimum.
Yeah, well, and it gets a 2 from me, too, because that screwdriver scene made me, like, I don't know what it was. It just made me cackle a lot.
You know what else? You know what made me cackle, Will? The lovely seduction scene where the crazy guy walks up to the horny woman and is just like, "Ooh, I love your hair.
Oh,
I love your eyes. I love your skin. So soft."
And then he's like, "Pranked, bro."
And then he starts like kissing her fucking elbows and her fucking knuckles and shit. And then like suddenly they just do a cut and her shirt's off.
And he throws it at her.
And he throws it in the hallway and like is like, prank.
Pranked, bro. You guys got punked. And then like starts running around cackling maniacally.
That was a great scene.
That and Adjudicate Me Strawberry is my new favorite line ever. Adjudicate Me Strawberry is a line that was said in the movie, and I love it. I can't get enough.
I wish they maintained that level of writing for the whole movie.
If we ever get merch, that is definitely something that's going on one of the...
I don't...
The merch items.
I would agree with you, but I almost... I feel so empty that I almost don't even want to justify this fucking existence of this nonsense.
I
Merch.
don't like it just justifying it either, but like adjudicate me strawberry is liquid, like is fucking gold.
I kept thinking of how much more fun I had watching fucking Help Me I'm Possessed. Because that was some fucking stupid fucking bullshit
Now that
insanity.
movie was bullshit
But
too,
that was,
it
fucking hilarious. Like, that was some big brain, lizard brain, fucking gooperoony
We've
insanity.
had some good fucking quotes, like we were talking about it, the bag of bitch.
Yeah.
I can't remember what movie it was from, but like
You and Your Evil.
You and Your Evil. There's so many.
Like,
but adjudicate me strawberry is you know what? It's going in my
it's going in the spank bank.
It's going in the spank bank.
Okay.
That makes me hard. Adjudicate
I'm
me
glad.
strawberry.
I'm glad that our fucking telephone repairman is not the only man who got hard in this. I'm glad our man
true.
Will was able to somehow power through it. Power through an hour and 27 minutes of pain
For one line.
and still get hard.
For one line.
Like, that really shows you can do it, baby.
I only got hard for one line, but it happened, okay?
And then it just receded into yourself.
Adjudicate me strawberry is the greatest. I got like full mast and then it went immediately away.
And the yacht, your
And then I
yacht
just
sunk.
it's just done. My yacht became that little plastic toy boat that does the doctor in.
Oh god, when she picked it up, I was like, it looks like a fucking bat, like a pool toy.
It was a pool
And
toy.
I'm like, wait a minute.
She fucking
Beating him to death.
How embarrassing. This fucking doctor
Like,
is just rotting in a basement.
Yo. Not a baseball bat. Not like a hatchet or a knife or a hammer. A little baby boat. Imagine.
That is the most pathetic way to die in a movie ever.
Yeah, what the fuck?
A fucking doctor rotting away in a fucking basement.
Yeah.
Slowly dying from a hatchet wound. gets his life obliterated, deleted by a probably less than 2-pound plastic boat.
Yes. Imagine. That is what we dealt with. That is our life, Will.
Oh my god. Alright. I think I'm done wasting time
Yeah,
on
no.
this movie. I think we're good.
We're good, bro.
Quick update. We do have to take a little bit of a break again. I do apologize.
Just 1 week.
Just for 1 week. It's not like months or anything.
No.
But we will do one probably maybe next week. We'll see. I mean, obviously it's up in the air at this point, but
Well, so I can tell you this. There is no episode on the 24th.
yes.
But, I mean, all goes well. We'll be back literally right on May 1st.
Yeah. Yes,
And
there's...
fuck. I know what movie's coming. Fuck.
on May 1st.
Yeah.
Is that bad? Fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so sorry to hurt you. I mean, hey,
I've already been hurt.
unless I can't find it,
I've
then...
just been obliterated.
I mean, it might be more entertaining, but I just know is
Not good.
I have not seen it, but I just know that it's gonna be some fuck. It's gonna be some monkey fuck.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I think I got nothing more to say. I'm gonna go have a fucking like breakdown.
Yeah. I feel like I need to be lobotomized.
I would like, except not in this movie's version of a lobotomy where you become an 8-year-old.
No, full lobotomy.
I mean full.
I don't want to remember fucking anything. I just want to be a vegetable at this point.
Yeah, I just want to be fed oatmeal for the rest of my days and not worry about the existence of bad movies.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all,
that,
folks.
That was Don't Look in the Basement.
Don't look in the basement.
Whoever suggested this, I hope you're happy. I hope
you got entertainment out of it.
I hope this episode was everything you wanted it to be when suggesting this.
I
this
cannot.
movie.
I cannot possibly imagine what you wanted out of any suggestion to us, but hopefully, you got some joy.
I hope you got enjoyment out of the episode at least, and enjoyed our reaction to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, now I'm just gonna go get a fucking needle out of the drawer and just hammer it into my eye. So, it was good knowing you. Good podcasting. We almost made it to 200 episodes. But
I couldn't make it.
I'm done.
Okay. Had to cut it off right before 200.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. That's fair.
That's a good way to go out.
That's fine. Yeah, don't look in the basement. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good end quote.
Good way to go out. All right, folks. This has been Will.
Oh God, this has been Alex.
We've been They Mostly Come Out at Night, and we will talk to you all probably in about 2 weeks.
Yes. 2 weeks Strawberry.
All right, adjudicate me, Strawberry.
Oh, I'm gonna get adjudicated hard.
Beam me up, Scotty. Adjudicate me, Strawberry.
Adjudicated.
I feel so adjudicated.
Adjudicated.
I'm refreshed by the strawberry and the adjudication.
The adjudication is coming.